Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your April 2019 general reading from the 1st through the 15th. So we're looking at the first half of April here. Welcome to everyone joining us here today. Newcomers, welcome back to any followers and subscribers. Thanks to those of you who took the time to tune in today, who follow my channel, and those of you who take the time to send in your support, feedback, and comments. I'm always grateful for that and want to always extend a thank you to all of my clients as well, regular and new. A big thanks for keeping me so busy, always so very busy with personal one-on-one readings. Also an honor and a pleasure to read for you. For any of you who are interested in setting up a personal one-on-one reading with me, live or recorded, you can click on the description link below for more info and contact details. Or you can go to my YouTube channel's homepage, click on the little About button there. Please feel free to email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. I can usually get back to your initial response the same day or the first 24 hours. And scheduling is pretty good too. I'm pretty diligent at working with people's schedules and mine to get you readings as quickly as possible. It is the sum total of what I do. I do readings 5 to 6 days a week full time. It is all that I do. So those of you who are interested, send me an email and we'll go from there. I do all of the main areas of life, readings of all different types and lengths. All right, let's move right into this reading. This is for the air sign of Aquarius for the first half of April, April 1st through the 15th of 2019. If you know your rising, moon signs, Venus sign, watch those as well. They can provide additional clarification. General readings always resonate a little differently for everybody watching. Okay, Aquarius, let's see what the first half of April has in store for you. We begin with the 8 of Pentacles, followed by the 4 of Cups. Next to that, we have the Star, beautiful, followed by the 6 of Cups. From the bottom of the deck, your overall energy and focus for the first half of April is the Knight of Swords. So Aquarius, I feel like, please forgive my sniffling. I got over a bad bronchial thing just in time to catch a cold. It's a wet, rainy season here, so 'tis the season, I suppose. So Aquarius, I feel like kind of the end of March, perhaps the first week of April, although timing and general readings can be a little tricky and somewhat fluid. I feel like you're just kind of plugging along, maybe working a little too much, maybe putting in a lot of repetitive energy into your job or a project you might be working on, or just the day-to-day energy you put into your life, and just feeling perhaps kind of blasé about it, because we have the 8 of Pentacles and the 4 of Cups. So the 8 of Pentacles represents the work that we do, regardless of whether it is a conventional 9-to-5 job, or perhaps you own your own business, or you work from home, or home is your work, or work means the day-to-day, the energy we put into the majority of our day-to-day life to keep our day-to-day life going, where we focus our attention and efforts. The 8 of Pentacles can represent putting in a lot of work. It is the worker bee card, maybe working a lot, overtime, getting up early, staying up late, repetitive energy. You're trying to build up a solid, stable foundation for yourself. It's clarified by the 4 of Cups, which is a card that can represent, I sometimes call it the boredom and gratitude card, although it doesn't always mean that, because it represents that what you have is symbolized by these goblets beside you. It seem to be quite nice or substantial. Maybe even there might be an offer on the table in front of you that you're looking at, but for some reason, there's just kind of a lack of feeling plugged in this card, a lack of enthusiasm or desire, even though your life may be, pretty steady, pretty even, pretty comfortable right now, or your job or this project is as well. This young man who's reclining against the grass, he looks well dressed. He looks like he's, in a pretty decent place in his life, and that he has the things that he needs to sustain himself. Perhaps another offer even. but it's a card that can imply just kind of a lack of enthusiasm, a lack of feeling plugged in. It could represent that there's an offer in front of you, perhaps even a work offer or a change in work or projects, and you're looking at it, but for some reason you just feel maybe kind of disinterested. Sometimes this card can represent sometimes a feeling of restlessness or apathy, but it's not enough to like make you kind of get up and do anything about it. So again, some of you, this could be just the Eight of Pentacles can represent your job, your work, your career, your home, your day-to-day life. And it just feels like one of those periods that we all go through sometimes where it's just like, you know, getting up in the morning, you know, staying, you know, doing what you have to do and then going to bed at night. We all kind of go through these cycles where it's just, you know, la 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 la, it's just my life. Nothing standing out particularly extraordinarily negative or extraordinarily good. Just kind of this sort of energy. And some of you may in fact be putting a lot of energy into something and maybe feeling a bit burnt out. This can kind of represent that too. I mean, it looks like what you have is decent, but you may be feeling a bit burnt out from it as well. The interesting thing is that you have news coming in. Again, timing is kind of tricky in a general reading because there's so many of you watching. This is where it always resonates a little differently. This news or information coming in may have already come in at the end of March, or it may be coming in the first week or so of April. Your overall energy is the Knight of Swords. Knights are the bringers, the deliverers of the tarot. They often represent, you know, something coming in or something being delivered. And they can represent the speed at which a situation moves too. All four of the knights are known for moving faster than civilians because they're knights. But they all move at different speeds from each other too. The Knight of Swords moves pretty fast. He comes in and what he's bringing with him, this is the Knight of Swords, which is air energy, which is news, information, words, communication coming in, perhaps coming in quite unexpectedly and swiftly. Again, for some of you it may also be happening within the first week or so, but it definitely looks like around the second week or so this is coming in. There's some kind of news or information coming in which brings some kind of sense of renewed hope, faith, and optimism about something perhaps that you thought was done or gone, because we have the Star and the Six of Cups. So the Star is a card that usually shows up after a period of challenge or difficulty or pain. It's kind of a darkness into light, winter into spring, sickness into recovery kind of energy. Excuse me. And it speaks of having hope and faith even if you can't really see a lot of reason to do that, you know, devoting yourself to something that comes in and like the Star does and shines a light, shines the way through a period of darkness. It can represent coming out of a period of challenge or pain of some kind. Something that brings a sense of renewed hope, faith, and optimism. Now, the interesting thing is that what clarifies it, Aquarius, is the Six of Cups, which is a card which is usually associated often with the past, reminiscence, nostalgia, parents, roots of origin, where you grew up, childhood friends, old lovers, you know, things that connect us to the past, a childlike view of something as well. It definitely looks like something as significant as happening around the second week or so of April. Although again, timing is kind of fluid. This could be just happening all in the first half of April because we're looking at the 1st through the 15th. Can represent something or someone from the past coming in, and I feel like it's in the form of somebody coming in, a person coming in. It could be a family member for some of you. It could be a childhood friend or someone that you were friends with for a long time. It could be an old lover or partner of some kind coming in and bringing or offering. It almost feels kind of second chance-ish, or wanting to perhaps work something out, or something that was long buried. I mean, this could be a lot of different things for, you know, a lot of different people. It could be resolving childhood issues. It could be resolving issues with parents or relatives. It could be resolving issues with a longtime friend or ex-lover or ex-friend or something of that kind. Something that you thought was something you connect with your past. It's resurfacing, I feel like, in the form of a person bringing this offer or opportunity coming in. Now, because they're showing up as the Knight of Swords, it may not come across as entirely I mean, swords is mental cerebral energy, so it may not come across like the same way the Knight of Cups would, you know, very emotional or coming with a lot of emotion. The Knight of Swords tends to deliver his news or information very directly. You know, here's what it is, without, you know, sugarcoating it too much. It could be a third party person, meaning that like a friend of yours or somebody gives you this information about something which connects with your past, or a family member, a relative, or perhaps an old lover, which gives you some kind of renewed hope and faith. So let's pull some clarifying cards. This is pretty interesting. Let's clarify that Knight of Swords. What is this Knight of Swords about? Oh, you got a jumper. This Knight of Swords, clarified by the Three of Pentacles. Partnership, collaboration, teamwork, working together, compromise, negotiation. Sometimes this can represent working with a person or a group of people that may not necessarily, you know, they may have different opinions, different viewpoints on things, but it's about kind of trying to achieve one common cause and goal, getting everybody on the same page. So it's compromise, negotiation, collaboration. So somebody may be coming to you unexpectedly, Aquarius, wanting to work together with you or partner together with you for something. For some of you, it might be in work and career, you know, especially with this Eight of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. You may be feeling overworked or just very burnt out with some kind of job or project of some kind, and it could be that somebody's coming in and offering some help or support or collaboration, or, you know, trying to get everybody on the same page in a better way. It could be that for some of you it feels unexpected. But then there is this link from the past, and I kind of feel like for some of you Aquarians, this is going to be just two unrelated things. But it definitely looks like somebody is surfacing, and I feel this sense of the unexpected about it. Let's clarify the Star and the Six of Cups. Because to me this feels, I mean, for some of you it can be job, work, and career, but I think for many of you, to me this feels more emotional and more personal, like something from the past, or someone from the past, or a situation or relationship from the past. There's some news or information surfacing. Maybe somebody wants to work something out or reconcile or resolve an issue that, you know, that was, you thought was just kind of done or wasn't going to get any resolvement. So let's clarify this Star and the Six of Cups. We have the Page of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, definitely personal. The Page of Cups, messages, messengers, beginnings. The Page of Cups, it could be an apology, wanting to work something out from the past, or wanting to work out a situation from the past. Clarified by the Ace of Cups. Emotional renewals, the heart opening up again. It's a very hopeful card, especially paired with the Star. Reconciliation, working something out, resolving something. Could also be new love and romance. It could be somebody from your past. It could be an old lover or partner coming back and saying, you know, can we get back together again? I still have feelings for you. It could be somebody from your past that you did not have a romantic relationship with, but you've reconnected with, and all of a sudden there's this, maybe the beginnings, the spark, the seed of some new love and romance. Again, it could be reconciliation or a resolvement of an issue, trying to work something out. You know, perhaps some difficulty from the past that doesn't have to be romantically related, or it could be, but it's not a reconciliation in the sense of moving forward as a couple. Maybe it's an apology, you know, about the past, but it feels like it's an ongoing thing. Like what they're offering is, you know, they're reaching out to see how you feel about this, wanting to work together, collaborate together. It's an emotional renewal of some kind. So, and the offer itself seems very sincere, and it feels very positive. It could be with a completely, no, I don't feel like this isn't a new person. It's somebody that you knew in the past, or something that there's a connection with in the past. This person is not unknown to you, regardless of what the nature of your involvement with them or connection with them in the past is. Now, for some of you, this could be perhaps somebody trying to fix an estrangement between you and somebody else. It could be an old friend or a family member, maybe you know, wanting to offer an apology or wanting to work together to fix the relationship. You know, this is in a non-romantic sense. So again, because it's a general reading, it may mean that for some of you, and for others it may be more in the romantic sense or some other kind of situation. You can connect this energy to career, work, and finance, although honestly I'm not feeling that although it could be, because it feels like there's a lot of emotion around this. You have 4 cup cards here. 2 pentacles, 1 sword. So there's more of an emotional element than anything else. Let's pull a guidance card, Aquarius. See what the best way to navigate at least through this first half of April is. The 3 of Wands. So the 3 of Wands as advice, at least for this first half of April. This is a card which represents still being kind of early on in the path. We're only at a 3 here. There's some work that's been done. You're waiting to see what the ship brings in. You may have seen it. This card can sometimes represent seeing small goals met on the path towards achieving a larger goal. You know, beginning to see the manifestations of some work paying off for you. It's more of a gestative, patient, let's wait and see what the ship is bringing in, and the ship is quite close. It's in the harbor. It's coming towards you. So you're waiting to see what's on this ship. You're waiting to see what's coming in. So I feel like, in terms of advice for those of you for whom this is actively playing out here during the first half of April, I feel like your advice is to, you know, to kind of see what this person or the situation is bringing in, listen to the message, kind of consider it, and kind of wait. I don't feel like this is a time to make any truly action-oriented, decisive choices. It feels more like, okay, this is a person, let's hear this person out, let's see what's happening. If I've heard this news about this thing that looks like it's going to be resurfacing, maybe somebody's moving back into town, or, you know, something of that sort, let's wait and see what happens. Let's wait and hear them out. Let's wait and see what is actually coming in before I make any decisions or choices to do anything. That's kind of what I feel. Again, whatever it is coming in, it brings a sense of renewal, a sense of the opportunity for renewal, particularly on an emotional way. How that plays out is, of course, going to depend on what's going on in your life. But it feels sincere and you know, and hopeful at this time. And I feel like Spirit kind of wants you to just kind of see how it continues to play out for the time being. Interesting. All right, Aquarius, that pretty much wraps up your April 2019 1st through the 15th. I'm just stumbling over my words today. The first half of April. We will see what happens in the mid-month readings when we take a look at the last half of April. Again, if any of you are interested in setting up a personal one-on-one reading with me, you can click on the description link below for more contact info, or the About button on my YouTube channel's homepage. Email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. I do love and romance, of course, compatibility charting, career, work, and finance, investment readings, gift readings. And I also offer 6 and 12-month overviews, which take a look at what's coming in all the main areas of your life over a 6 or 12-month period of time, depending on how far ahead you want to look, which is up to you. The spreads are the same and the cost is the same. So there's a few choices there. You can also find me on the smartphone app Instantgo under Irish Gypsy, and that link is also provided. And that's good for fast answers to the quick, easy questions. But of course, more complex or in-depth looks, the more traditional readings are probably best. So for those of you interested, there's a variety of options. We live in such a technologically savvy world today. So I'll see you all in a couple of weeks, Aquarius, for the April 2019 mid-month readings, where we'll take a look at the last half of April. And until then, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. Take care. Bye-bye.